Hello everybody, my name is Al Johnson. I represent the Jus Faculty Music Group here in Atlanta, as well as Vogue Entertainment. It's a really bad day in Atlanta today. It's rained a lot, but thank God that we have the day and we're out for the day. But I'm here today basically to talk about the event in Minnesota, 2/11, January 23rd, Talent Expose, brought to you by Jus Faculty Music Group and Vogue Entertainment. Well, for today's segment, I'm going to have to give you a brief history on me for those of you that don't know me, and for those of you that do know me. My name's Al. I've been in the music business for approximately 10 years. I've worked with a range of companies. I started off with Relevant Convict Entertainment / Konvict Music. It was one of the first companies that I started and actually built from ground up. My first artist on that company was Skitty MC. I got him packaged with my friend Diallo Gibson and Akon and developed within 5 months to Universal Motown, to where Sylvia Rome's, the VP of Universal, actually got him a deal. We did a situation with Akon, Konvict Music label in that regards. Well, unfortunately, the deal didn't end up like it was supposed to be. I'm not going to get into the details of it, but that's where I started in the business. But prior to that, I was doing pre-production work. Well, Talent Expose, Minnesota, basically what I'm trying to bring across to a lot of the artists is wondering, trying to figure out exactly what this is and it's coming to my town. Well, I'm pitching a point here to record labels, and I think there is a fact that's unclear, that is in the area that needs to be approached, and no one actually took their time off to do it. But statistically, the numbers are there. It proves it. You know what I mean? I'm going to start with comparing and contrasting between artists in the United States that are U.S.-born artists versus artists that are born overseas and probably immigrated with their family at an early age to the U.S. Still have overseas influence, but has a vast amount of his influence is the United States because he's lived here for an extraordinary period of time. Well, those artists tend to do well in the business. An example proven would be Akon. Akon is a friend of mine. Akon and I go back a very long period of time. I can remember the time when he first started doing, when he started recording. Now, I mean, at the time when most people thought that his music would have never transcended to that of pop cultures at the levels of the day, because they didn't believe in the concept and the culture. It was at those times it was very difficult to convince radio programmers or PDs at radio stations or music managers, even major record labels, the VP, the bosses, A&R people, that Khan would have made it. His voice was unique, it sounded different, and it took him a very long time to make it, but he did. And when he broke, everybody seen what happened. Now, I mean, he crossed barriers that U.S.-born artists, most U.S.-born pop artists, male, has never done. And I think that within itself sets precedence for other artists follows. That's why I'm taking this opportunity to merge with Vogue Entertainment, since they're in fact Talent Expose company, and they've done this they have the background and resume from doing this for a long time, to go to various cities and actually look for artists, right? In doing so, bringing along with us, inviting VPs from record labels all over the country, right? When I speak in terms of record labels, I'm speaking in terms of like major record labels, at times indie, but indie major. And indie major would be a label like Nappy Boy, which is the T-Pain's label. The VP over there is Hakim Najim, his brother. Now, I mean, which is already committed to come down. I mean, labels is always looking for artists. What I'm trying to say here is that the approach here is that we're going to pitch this. We're going to make this a unique show. I'm going to give every African artist, African-born artist, U.S. artist that thinks he or she has the talent to make it in show business, an opportunity to come out when we're in Minnesota to showcase your talent. Maybe for 3 minutes, but make it your best 3 minutes, because we're going to have lots of celebrity judges there, A&R people from labels, and models and Everything is going to be there. So basically, we're going to make this a real unique event. We're going to tape it. It's going to be a great, great, great show. And my idea from the show, the taping of the show, I'm going to actually shop the show, right? The VPs. A little different from how most record deals are structured. But I'm going to actually shop the taping of the show, the VPs in New York executive, and showing them not only this time would I be taking a MP3 of the record to play for them, but I can actually show them you performing your record and the crowd participation. Trust me, they're looking for it. There's another Akon that's out there. And, you know, we have to make this work because I think, me personally, I hold pride in where I'm from. I'm a Liberian born. I hold extensive pride in my culture. So when I shoot for these type of events, I shoot for my heart. And I do it diligently. You know what I mean? I truly believe that there are plenty of Akons out there. Thanks to Akon for, creating a path that other artists can look forward to and see the future in pop culture in the U.S. There are lots of great artists. I've been watching lots of artists grow over the years. An example would be the Christy Shoes of the world, 2Cs of the world. Those are impeccable dudes. TK, you know, producer in Atlanta, Jeremy Walker. I grew up with the kid from Broadville. He's an extraordinary producer, you know what I mean? And there's so many more talents. Like, I live in Atlanta, so I can sort of speak on the Atlanta artists, but there's lots of other talents in the various cities. And the reason why I chose Minnesota was it would convince my friend Chris at Vogue Entertainment to actually move the show to Minnesota for me, was because, first, for two reasons, was the 23rd of, the weekend of the 23rd, January to 11th, was the only weekend that I could have convinced lots of my celebrity friends to come out and actually judge the show. And secondly, because the population, I know statistically that Minnesota has a very large population of West Africans, mostly Liberians in that region. So I thought it was unique that we have the show based in Minnesota this time around, and moving forward we're going to go to different cities. But yeah, it's going to be a real unique show. We got a bunch of promoters that are involved with the show from Minnesota. It's a whole list of other things that's going to be involved with the show that I'd like to touch basic on. And within the next week or so, you're going to get updated on the different events, what's going on, who's going to be there. We're going to keep blogging you periodically so that you're informed. And I know there are lots of questions that that you guys would like to ask right now. Right now, I'm not taking any questions. Right, Chris is going to come on board. He's going to answer all the questions for you. Chris is actually the owner of Vogue Entertainment. In a few minutes, I'm going to bring him on, so where he can answer the questions for you and actually introduce himself to you and tell you a little more about the company and what his intentions is as far as coming to Minnesota. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome my friend Chris, my dear friend, owner and president of Vogue Entertainment. How's it going?
How you doing, Mike?
Great, how are you, man?
Okay, all right.
Well, man.
Okay.
What you got going on? I've been talking to other people about the event in Minnesota.
Right.
I know you got different questions and all of that and to ask you, but right now we're going to start with, I'm going to give you an opportunity to introduce yourself and tell them a little more about your company when you started in England and moved into Atlanta, how long you've been in existence, and exactly your idea and intentions in Minnesota. That way they're informed properly.
Right, yeah. Yes, hello everybody. We're here to talk about Vogue Entertainment's talent expose. It was an original idea that was put together by a couple of folks in the UK, and we thought to come out to the States to kind of fish out upcoming artists by way of Africa, America, or wherever we thought they would be coming from. And now we came up with this great missionary called Talent Expose to showcase new upcoming artists. That way, they can get exposed in front of a record label, ARs, and they're going to come out there to see performances, live performances. We also had in mind an idea for live. We could actually have them perform in front of people and kind of get the feel for how these people are kind of moving people out there. So we came up with Talent Expose. And now at the moment, we're going to go from city to city We got a couple of shows coming up. Tampa, Talent Expose Tampa. You guys watch out for that date coming up soon.
Has that date already been posted, the Tampa date?
Yeah, it's not locked down at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to get a clearer picture. Apparently, we're going to do these video blogs on a weekly basis to get updated information coming up on the Talent Expose side. And for all the information they're going to need to go to the website.
Okay. And the website is operating now, and they can send their content into the website.
Right. We'll make it so easy. They can actually go to the website, look at the information on there, and register. Register the information. For example, artists can go in there and download his music or give us links to his music, and as well as his information. And if he intends to be on Talent Exposure, he can register on there as well.
Perfect. Well, I guess what Chris is trying to say, he's going to give you the website eventually. What he's trying to say is that you can actually download your product on there now once you've gotten the website, because it still has to go through a clearance. Remember, we cannot have every artist perform.
Exactly.
I guess it closes 2 o'clock.
Right.
Or something. So we're going to start the show early enough to where we can get enough on board. And there's a website. You want to give them the website?
Yeah, the website to send you information. All the information is www.VogueEnt.com. It's going to have at the home page. You're going to get the link that's going to take you to the Talent Expose page. When you get on there, you can fill out the forms, and then one of our representatives will get in contact with you.
Okay, so the website here you said is www.VogueEnt.com. So
correct. And then just click on the Talent Expose.
Click on Talent Expose
link,
and it should walk you right through the process.
Right there, yeah.
Well, basically, man, we've got, in order to do this, to make this a grand show, we're going to get back to Chris in a second. In order to make this a grand show, the proper way to do things is, I like to unite. I come from a unity country. I come from a family of unity. So what I decided to do was actually collectively get all the promoters, the different promoters in the state of Minnesota, right? And we can all work together for one common cause. Because at the end of the day, we're trying to develop an artist that we're responsible for from our region. One day can say we develop that artist, get to this level. We can financially gain from it, as well as, a pride thing. And I'm built with lots of it. And a lot of my colleagues are built with it. So collectively, we're all forming together. I'm going to announce the different promoters in the state of Minneapolis and Minnesota is going to be part of this event with us. So, and my friend Rachel Tay at the Ducal station, she's very incredible. She's outstanding. She's helped us tremendously. We're going to get to that eventually, but I think if we do this right collectively, like Chris and I intended, like we've done previously, it'll be a well-rounded show for everybody. People will be benefited well, and most artists is going to be surprised to see how further their career go and how much exposure they get from just being a part of this process, because it's a really unique process. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to perform your single for someone that has influence with a major record company, and also have your single and content package on the CD that's going to be spread around. Right. Chris's channel.
Right. We're actually having we'll put a compilation CD of our greatest acts. So all our acts, all the acts are going to be on our show. We have a voting system that's going to come in place, whereby we're going to take the best acts and put their tracks on a compilation CD of all the Talent Expose greats. So that's one to look out for.
I remember the last 2 shows that we did over at the first show. The second show at a Lavish Lounge.
Right. Yeah.
Very unique show. Is that show posted online to where people can?
They can get clips, but you guys should have been there.
Well, they're in Minnesota.
It's
expensive.
Right. Well, again, they can get clips online if they go to our YouTube channel, and they can see the clips online from the previous show.
Beautiful.
And actually, this show, the one in Minnesota, and from here on out, they're going to broadcast live via our Ustream channel. They're going to get this. We're going to get a link and send it out with the blast once we have everything set up.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah,
so
we
now
have the links for them to actually view the show.
So if people wanted to go to Facebook or something, they have a tag on their page from the different promoters.
Yeah, we're going to post the links on Facebook for the live broadcast for our Ustream channel.
Okay.
We're going to post that on the Facebook for those that can make it. But obviously, we want everyone to come out and have a good time.
A great time. And
Right.
I also wanted to